This is an act respecting police organization. Title 1. Institut de Police de Quebec. Chapter 1. Establishment and Organization. The Institut de Police de Quebec is hereby established. Legal person. The Institute is a legal person. Very clear. This is from the Police Act. Division 1. Establishment. A police training school is hereby established under the name École nationale de police de Québec. The school is a legal person and a mandatory of the government. So both an act respecting a police organization and the Police Act state that both and all are considered a legal person in law. As you see, legal person. The mission of police forces and each police force member is to maintain peace, order, and public security, to prevent and repress crime, and according to their respective jurisdiction, as set out in subsections 50 and 69, offenses under law and municipal bylaws, and to apprehend offenders. So police forces are to regulate offenses under the law and municipal bylaws, as you see. It also says that in pursuing their mission, police forces and police force members shall ensure the safety of persons and property, safeguard rights and freedoms, respect and remain attentive to the needs of victims. Now you notice that it says that police forces and police force members shall ensure the safety of persons. They didn't say man and women. Here's that word again, persons. So you have police officers and the police organization, which is, as we saw, a legal person under law. Now, their duties, their mission is to ensure the safety of persons. So as we saw in the acts and the regulations, police and police organizations, they're considered legal persons in law also. So they're considered corporations or juridical personalities. And these police organizations who are legal persons, their roles and duties, part of them are to enforce bylaws of a municipality. And those bylaws of the municipality which they are trying to enforce, they're only enforceable upon legal persons. You're a legal person that they attach to you in the Quebec Civil Code. Your juridical personality, your all capitalized name. Well, that legal person is considered to be performing civil duties in the municipality, and in their function of performing civil duties they've been rendered as employee, and in that function the police, in their roles and duties, they can enforce upon you bylaws because now you're an employee for the city. So we have a municipality who's considered a legal person, we have inhabitants who are considered legal persons, and we have the police force who are considered legal persons. And all these, municipality, inhabitants, police, all these legal persons, everything that we're doing is called a civil duty. That's what we're doing. We're not living as men and women, but we're performing civil duty with our legal persons. Jurisdiction. The Sécurité de Québec shall also have jurisdiction to enforce applicable municipal bylaws in the territories and municipalities in which it provides police services. So, the Sécurité de Québec shall also have jurisdiction to enforce applicable municipal bylaws. Well, who do those municipal bylaws apply to? As we saw in prior videos, bylaws or municipality is considered a corporation under law. And who they're dealing with, their inhabitants, are considered corporations or legal persons. So the Sécurité Québec are trying to enforce bylaws not upon men and women, but upon juridical personalities, and they're doing it without the people being aware that that's exactly what is happening. Municipal police forces. Jurisdiction. A municipal police force shall have jurisdiction to prevent and repress offenses under municipal bylaws in the territory of the municipality to which it is attached and in any other territory in which it provides police services. So, a municipal police force has the power to prevent and repress offenses under municipal bylaws in the territory of the municipality. But the municipal bylaws, as we have learned, they only apply to legal persons and to corporations, to juridical personalities. So the municipal police force, which is considered a legal person under law, is operating upon legal persons. The police, they have duties. Now those duties should be prioritized. Those priorities should be to a man and a woman first, because it was men and women who were born here first. Long before there was corporations in control of Canada, there were men and women here. And law should be for men and women, not for juridical personalities, legal persons, legal entities, or corporations. Afterwards, their duties should involve corporations and the bylaws of the corporations, but that's not how it works. Right now, most police, they enforce corporations and legal person, their bylaws first, municipal bylaws, and then they worry about the rights of men and women. They approach you under juridical personalities, and they're more concerned about what their duties are towards the municipality than what their duties are towards you as a man and woman. Do you consider this performing your duties well? I don't. I know there's an obligation for police officers who are legal persons to perform for corporations, because it's all about money. And when a police officer issues a ticket under a bylaw, the city, the municipality, they make money. The corporation makes money. And a police officer, a policy enforcer, a regulation enforcer, when they perform their duties, they issue tickets to inhabitants. These tickets, they cost the inhabitants money. This whole situation, it breeds division and mistrust of the police officer. For when we see them, we're expecting it to cost us a loss and damage to us inhabitants in the form of dollars, which no one wants to lose or have damage. So this whole system that's in operation now, by you issuing tickets or the police force issuing tickets, you are breeding division and mistrust with the inhabitants of your city. You are causing loss and damage. When a peace officer is performing his duties and keeping the peace, this is a positive experience for the community. The peace officer who's keeping peace, he doesn't cost us loss or damage. That brings trust and approval from the community, which is good. These roles of peace officer, keeping the peace, are great roles, and we need more of them. But the role of enforcing bylaws of corporations, if it costs your inhabitants loss or damage, this is not correct and should be changed. You don't need to cause loss or damage to enforce or to regulate people. First of all, you have no right to regulate people. But if you choose to, and you have chosen to, there was a better way than creating loss and damage and creating mistrust in our society. The municipality, in the legal person, in the corporate role, it considers itself the administrator and the owner, but also the administrator. As such, as being administrator, it has the right to control and regulate its employees, its inhabitants. Because you, being an inhabitant as a legal person, are considered under law an employee of the municipality, even though you don't work for the municipality. You're considered an employee of the municipality or an employee of Canada. Therefore, you are rendered powerless. As administrator of the legal corporation, They enforce their bylaws through the police, the security enforcer for the corporation. These guys, they enforce the bylaws of the municipality upon the employees. You and I. Well, not me, you. You're a legal person. Your juridical personality. Because under presumption of law, like we've learned before, they automatically designate you into the role of employee for any legal person, yours or the city's. Municipal Powers Act. This is the act that the municipalities use to adopt bylaws or create bylaws that the municipal police are trying to enforce. This is it. Number 5. Under this act, and to the extent provided for in it, a local municipality adopts a bylaw when it wishes to make a rule of a general and impersonal nature mandatory. So, when a municipality wants to create a rule, a bylaw, and make it mandatory upon, here's the word, mandatory, it will be upon legal persons or juridical personalities. This is the act that they use to do it, Municipal Powers Act. And then they ask the police force, which we just saw before, to enforce these bylaws upon the juridical personalities that are living in their territory.